Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the Hot Mic Show. I'm Bill Whittle, and we're here with our amazing guests, Diamond and Silk, two conservative commentators who have been cleaning up on YouTube. I mean, their videos, 3-4 million views, 700,000 views. They've got 110,000 subscribers, and they were recently told that their content is inappropriate for all advertisers after, 2 years of you guys being able to monetize that content. The reason that this happened, just so we're crystal clear on this, the reason that this happened is because these ladies are having an effect. They're actually having an effect. They're moving the needle, and that's why they have to be stopped and suppressed and shut down. Ladies, I want to talk to you about something real quick here. I had a friend who was talking about this today on camera. He said he watched a little clip of All in the Family last night. It was an episode where Lionel Jefferson had a girlfriend whose parents were mixed race or something, and he said you simply couldn't air that show today, that episode of All in the Family, because it was so open, it was so honest about the discussion of these things. And it's pretty clear to me that the entire job of the left over the last 20 years has been to take America, which is essentially unbeatable if it's one country, divide it up into little tribes and set the tribes at war against each other. And it seems to me that Barack Obama's presidency set race relations back 100 years in this country.
Absolutely. You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
Not only that, but some of the derogatory things that have been brought up now has come from the left. You know, when we started hearing about the KKK, well, it was the Democratic Party that created the KKK.
Right.
It was the Democratic Party that had my ancestors who were Black in slavery and didn't want it to end. So when they start, what they want to do is suppress voices or suppress things because they don't want to show their nastiness and how they help create and shape and mold all of this nastiness and this hatred. And when you start calling them out, what they want to do is silence you. But we won't be silenced. We have to talk about it.
That's right.
If they're going to start going after these statues that haven't done nothing to nobody, can't feed you, can't clothe you, and can't give you a job, then maybe we should open up the conversation about why the statues was put up.
That's right.
And if they want to go after slave owners, then I tell you what, they need to stop spending the money.
That's right.
Because listen, on those bills, those Benjamins, baby,
Yes,
look,
yes.
it's slave owners on that. So they walking a slippery slope in this country. And I think that the leg that they have to stand on is either painting somebody as a racist or using the quote racism.
That's right.
Because they want to continue to eat crumbs. Hand me crumbs, hand me crumbs. That's what's going to, I guess, help their agenda.
And also, you know, you may not pay what you owe, but you will reap what you sow. What's going to happen when an opposing party come in or opposing person come in and say, we want to take down the Martin Luther King monuments or the Martin Luther King statues or change the Martin Luther King street signs? What's going to happen when that happens? So you may not pay what you owe, but you will reap what you sow.
That's right.
You know, is there any chance that you guys could just come on every day and I'll just toss you a question at the beginning and I'll just sit back and eat popcorn for the rest of the day? That's absolutely tremendous. It's just really, really exactly right. So what do you think about this point that my friend Alfonso Rachel made, that by reducing the number of views, it makes you look less interesting. It makes your videos seem less interesting. It seems like you're on a downward trajectory, that you not have the punch you had before. That's a very subtle kind of censorship, isn't it? To take away your popularity, and there's simply no way that you can prove that.
I agree. But what you have to do is you have to make sure that your voice stay powerful.
Right.
We make sure that our voices stay powerful, even though they try to thumb us down. We get plenty of emails, girls, where are you at?
Yeah.
YouTube done this or Facebook done this here. We want to hear more from you. And that's why people are going to have to, try to probably create their own platforms so that people can still be able to hear your voice.
Yeah.
Listen, if they silence conservatism, then what we're about to have is a world full of dictators and dictatorship. And if we don't want that, you have to continue to open up your voice. You have to continue to talk.
That's right.
Ladies, let me interrupt you for a second here. We've got about a minute left, very short on time, but real quickly now, what is it do you think that they're so afraid of?
The truth.
Yeah.
The truth getting out. See, if people really know what
imagine.
the left was about, and the Democratic Party was about,
That's
you will
right.
have people walking off the Democratic Party in droves.
And they're also afraid that President Trump will get in 2020.
And
Yes.
they're afraid that he's gonna make them all look like fools, like
That's
he's
right.
doing now.
Mhm.
Honey, he's all, look at the stock market.
Look
Look at all
at
of the jobs that's coming back to this country. People are able to work and people are able to come up, and they don't want that. So what
Yes.
they want to do is paint him as something nasty so people can be like, well, I better not touch that. But we know better. The American people know better, and we see right through it.
Yes.
You know, when I asked that question, I wasn't really sure what the answer was going to be. But the second that you said, what are they afraid of? You said the truth. I thought, that's it. That's really exactly right. That's it in a nutshell. You can see Diamond and Silk at diamondandsilk.com. You can also find their YouTube channel while it's still out anyway. It's called The Viewer's View. They have millions of views. I'm such a fan of these two ladies. You guys are just champions of freedom, and it's a pleasure having you here, and we hope to have you back again real soon.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Our pleasure. Yeah, so what are they afraid of? You know, they are afraid of the truth. And the story that these two ladies were talking about, the whole idea that the KKK was Democrats, in fact, the entire Confederacy essentially was the Democratic Party removing itself from the United States of America. And all the Jim Crow laws were written by Democrats, and all those guys who are turning hoses and attack dogs on little girls who want to go to school down in Mississippi, they're all Democrats. And we can make that point, and I can make that point, continuously make that point. But as I said a few minutes ago, I can be put in a box. I can be dismissed. You can't dismiss those voices. And you can't dismiss those voices it's not because of the color of their skin. It's not that you can't dismiss them because they're African Americans. The reason you can't dismiss Diamond and Silk is because the language they use and the emotion that they have, the passion for this that they have, is the language and emotion of common American people. That's what citizens sound like when they're a little bit tired of being told what to think. It's an absolute honor to be on the same side as people like that. I'm Bill Whittle. This is the Hot Mic Show. We will see you tomorrow right here on NRATV.